Hello? Core class. We're back. We're not back. Virtual core class, okay? I'm going to go through the bracing sequence. We're going to do some real simple moves. You probably haven't got a ball, so we're going to do moves that you can do without a ball, okay? Yeah, I'm going to set my mat out quickly. Actually, no, I'm not. So, brace. So, yeah, as I was saying, for those of you who've never done a core class before, we need to learn how to realign the spine. Firstly, I call that the bracing sequence, making sure we are able to maintain stacked posture, rib cage over pelvis, and head over rib cage with a tucked chin rather than a forward head posture. Imagine you've got a line running straight down the middle of your body to your ankle bone, through your ear, through your shoulder, through your hip. That's our central line. We don't want to deviate too far away from that central line, okay? So, what first I want you to do is I want you to take a stance with your feet parallel. I'm getting shot. Keep your feet parallel, and I want them underneath your hips. I want you to look at your feet, and I want you to see if they're turned out or not. We don't want one turned out, we don't want the other turned out, we don't want two turned out, we want them straight. Parallel, like a set of train tracks, but slightly further in. So, then I want you to play with screwing your feet into the floor. You might find it easier to do this with shoes off. So take your shoes off now if you want to. Pause the video quickly. You'll be able to grip the floor and feel the floor a bit better. Okay? Very important. Grounding, etc. Everything starts with the feet. Moving on, we are going to do that external rotation at the hip. I want you to initiate the movement by squeezing your bum muscles. Walnut between your bum cheeks. Try crush it. Screw your feet into the floor. Your feet shouldn't move. We don't want them moving. So we want to screw our feet into the floor. Notice how my knee angle changes. Okay? It's called external rotation of the hip joint. Right? We want to create torque at that hip joint. Torque as in floppy hip muscles. Create torque, tight hip muscles. Okay? Think of that. Same with the shoulders. So, screwing our feet into the floor, pulling our belly button in towards the spine. Okay? Put your finger on your belly button and literally pull it in. Notice how my chest lifts when I pull my belly button in? It's good stuff. We want that. Activate those lower abs. Keep those glutes on at the same time though. Then we're going to have our shoulder blades come back and down. I'll repeat that again. Shoulder blades come back first, then down. Tuck your shoulder blades into your back pockets. Is a really good cue for that. Okay? Then we're going to tuck our chin. And that's the cherry on top. Okay? We want to create external rotation of the shoulders as well. You can open up your palms to help you with this. But the back and down cue is the one I want you to focus on. So we're going to take a walk. We're going to come back to the middle. We're going to find that parallel foot position. And we're going to go through that bracing sequence one more time. So what we're going to do, screw our feet into the floor, squeeze our glutes, pull our belly button in towards the spine, externally rotate at the shoulders, squeeze them back and down, tuck the chin. And then we're just going to hold this position. Now, whilst we're held in this position here, it's a nice stable position. Feel how strong you are, okay? I would normally in core class come and nudge you all and push you and pull you and try and surprise you, but I can't do that because I'm on a phone. So, if you're with someone, get them to test whether you're stable, okay? Get them to give you a nudge, okay? I know it's going to be tempting to push them over. Probably getting quite bored of each other by now. So, test yourselves, okay? Test your core muscles, test your posture, see if you're strong. Test the difference between poor posture, right? Test them in that posture, then hit our bracing sequence, screwing our feet into the floor, squeezing our glutes, pulling our belly button in, shoulder blades back and down, chin tuck, little show of the palms, and then test their posture. See the difference. Stronger, stable, less movement is what we should be feeling, okay? Let's go, once you've done that, pause the video actually, and then you can do your little tests and maybe have a little play fight. But what we're going to do is now we're going to hit that bracing sequence one more time. And this time we're going to transition onto one leg and have a little balance. What we're going to do is now we're going to hit that bracing sequence one more time. And this time we're going to transition onto one leg and have a little balance. So, what I want you to do, hit your bracing sequence, screw your feet into the floor, squeeze your glutes, pull your belly button in, open up those palms, shoulder blades back and down, tuck the chin. Now, sliding, leading with your hip. It's a slide, not a hinge. It's a slide over to one side. So hip is over toes now, okay? Then you're going to pick up one leg, keeping the bracing sequence on. So the glutes, they're still on. The belly button is still pulled in. Shoulder blades are back and down. Palms are facing. Tucking the chin. And we're just going to hold that there for 30 seconds. Okay, what I want you to focus on here is not losing any aspect of that bracing sequence. Okay, so what I want you to be doing is pulling your shoulder blades back and down. I want you to be lifting the chest. Okay, I want you to be pulling the belly button in, squeezing the glutes, still trying to rotate that one leg into the floor, actively trying to do it. You won't be able to, but we want to keep both glutes active here is the key. They've got to be working together. Okay, you've forgotten one aspect of it. Which one is it? And rest there. Now, hit that bracing sequence again, come back to the middle, screw your feet into the floor, pull your belly button back in, open up the palms, shoulder blades back and down, tuck the chin, slide to the other side, lift the leg, squeeze the buttocks, pull the belly button in, tuck the chin, shoulder blades back and down. We're going to go in here for another 30 seconds. I want you to see how many times it takes you. Maybe you have to tap your toe a few times on the floor. Okay? That's fine. If you have to reset, reset. I bet you've forgotten some part of your bracing sequence. What is it? Glutes, lower abs, shoulder blades, chin tuck. 10 seconds left on this one. Really send that attention down to the glutes, to the belly. Pull the core in, create that vacuum. And rest there. You can do that another couple of times. You can just rewind the video if you need to hear me. If you don't, excellent. Just hit that bracing sequence 5 to 6 times on each side. And then we will move into the next part of the bracing sequence section of our core class today. Okay. Let's do that bracing sequence again on one leg. So squeeze your glutes, pull your belly button in with 2 feet, shoulder blades back and down, tuck the chin, slide to one side, lift the leg. Okay, now we're here. Close your eyes. And whilst you've got your eyes closed, I want you can use your toe as a reference point on the floor. Keep tapping it, but don't take the mick with it. Try and do as little toe taps as you can. Okay, we're going to stay in there for another 30 seconds. Imagine having all this glorious sunshine in isolation. Absolutely obscene. Almost too good to be true. So, we got 5 seconds left on that one. If you counted, great. If you didn't count, don't worry about it. Hopefully you were activating every aspect of that bracing sequence. Rest there. Let's hit the bracing sequence again in the middle. Eyes open, screw your feet into the floor, squeeze your glutes, pull your belly button in, externally rotate, palms facing me, tuck the chin, slide to one side, lift the leg up, both glutes, belly button, shoulder blades, chin tuck, hold it there, close your eyes, we're going for 30 seconds. 5 seconds down. So, which aspect of your bracing sequence are you forgetting? Is it your glutes? Probably. Is it your lower abs? More likely. Shoulder blades are quite easy. Chin tuck is another one people forget. But whichever one you forgot, put it back on. 5 seconds left. Making sure, using that toe as a reference point on the floor. And relax there. Again, if you want to do that another couple of times on each side, please do so. Pause the video. Tune back in with me in a second. Alright, so we're going to move on. We're going to move to the floor. Okay? We're going to do 3 exercises. We're going to be doing a bird dog. We're going to be doing a plank, an elbow plank. And we're going to be doing some leg raises, the classics, the trifecta of doom. Anyone who's been to the core class before with me will know about these three movements. They're beautiful, they're great, we love them. So, next part of the core class, final part of the core class, I haven't really got much else. What we're going to do is we're going to do, as I said before, planks, bird dogs, and leg raises, okay? I'm going to do them in circuit format. I'm going to explain the exercises to you, and then we're going to go through the exercises together, all right? So, first exercise, we're going to start with the elbow plank, okay? What I want you to do is I want you to place your hands underneath your shoulders, flat on the floor, and we're going to put one forwards, the other forwards. Your forearms at this point are parallel with each other. I don't want them pointing in like this. You probably won't be able to get them externally rotated, but I want them pointing straight. I want your index fingers, not your index fingers, your middle fingers pointing straight in front of you, okay? And I want your gaze in between the little triangle that your index fingers and your thumb make. Right, that's going to keep our neck in a good position. Then you're going to put one foot back, put the other foot back, drop those hips lower than you think, squeezing the glutes. Okay, then you're going to push the chest through the arms, tuck the chin, and then drop your hips a little bit more, pull your belly button in towards your spine. Okay, I'm not up here, I'm not hip flexor planking, I'm down here, I'm planking with my abdominal wall. Alright, that is how we do our plank. We're going to move on to our bird dog. We're going to make a 4-point box. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to pull our belly button in. We're going to have our knees just underneath our hips. We're going to pull our belly button in, tuck our chin, look just between those index fingers. And then we're going to take one hand off and the opposite leg off. And I want you to take one hand off, take the leg off, keep the foot cocked into dorsiflexion, which is this. And then we're going to push away with the hand, keeping the belly button in. And imagine you're pushing a plate away with your foot. Leading with the heel is another good cue. And then we're going to bring it back in. We're going to swap hands, swap legs, push away, belly button in, heel leading. And then we're going to pull it back in together again. We're going to change sides. And then pull it back, keep the belly button pulled in, push the plate away. And relax there. So that is our bird dog. Now we are going to move into the leg raise. We're going to lie on our back. We're going to put our hands down by our sides, tuck our chin. We're going to put our legs up in the air. Don't worry if you can't get your legs straight. I can't. I've got tight hamstrings. Give me a break. So, what we're going to do, keeping the back of your head as flat to the floor as you can, you're going to pull your toes towards you, and then you're just going to lower your legs down, 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 pulling your belly button in, lowering your legs down until you feel like your lower back is going to come off the floor. At that point, keeping that lower back on the floor, you'll be able to feel when it wants to lift. At that point, I want you to just bring your legs back up to that top position and pull your belly button in at the same time as you do it. That's really going to help us activate those lower abs, okay? So hands flat on the floor, tuck the chin, legs up to the top, pull the toes. Don't forget about those toes. Pull the toes towards you, okay? And then you're going to lower your legs down, down, down until you feel that lower back lifting. Pull the belly button in and pull it back. Even if, notice how small that range of motion is for me. I'm not warmed up, granted. My hip flexors are probably a bit tight, yes. But, even for me, that range of motion was small. And I'm getting loads of lower ab activation, okay? So, just make sure you're pulling the toes in and don't worry about how big the range of motion is. Make sure you're using those lower abs and pulling your belly button in towards your spine. So, we're going to do, you guessed it, the 30, 40, 60 circuit of those three exercises. The plank, the bird dog, and the leg raise. So we're going to do a round of 30 seconds. We're going to do a round of 40 seconds, and we're going to do a round of 60 seconds. And you're going to follow along with me. So, let's begin with the elbow plank. Are you ready? Follow me. We're going to put our hands parallel, put our forearms parallel, and we're going to step our feet back, then we're going to drop our hips down, and we're going to go in here for 30 seconds, making sure those hips are nice and low, the chest is up, the chin is tucked, the belly button is pulled in. We're 10 seconds down, let's stay in there, making sure you're squeezing those glutes. Pushing the chest through towards the other side of the room. And 5 seconds. Chest up, belly button in, glutes on. And relax there. Now let's move into our bird dog. 30 seconds of bird dog. 4-point box. 3, 2, 1. Let's get in there. Let's push one foot away, push one hand away, pull the belly button in, and bring it back in. We're going to now swap, pull that belly button in, push that foot away, lead with the heel, and bring it back in. Nice and slow, nice and controlled with this movement, okay? Make sure you use your glutes, make sure you're pulling that belly button in the whole time. It's so important to keep that belly button pulled in. Try and keep your hips nice and level. And relax there. So we're going to move into our leg raises. So you're going to lie on your back. You're going to put your feet up in the air. We're going for 30 seconds. Pull your toes towards you. Let's go. Chin tuck, lower those legs down and bring them back up again. Lower those legs till you feel the back starting to round. Bring them back up again. Pulling the toes towards you. Don't forget that bit. Bring it back up again. Good stuff. Last 10 seconds. Make sure, don't worry about that range of motion. Just pull that belly button in, activate those lower abs. And give it a rest there. So, that is our round 1. What you are going to do is you are going to rewind the recording and you're going to go for as many rounds as you want to on those. I want you to stick to those exercises. You can add in a few crunches as well if you really want to, but I want you to focus on the core stability aspect of this core class, because it is core. Those are all core stability exercises that I've prescribed. Nice and simple, nice and quick, okay? I'd like you to get 3 rounds. Do more if you really need to or you really want to. Enjoy. And I will see you again soon. Cheers, guys.